I thought my husband blocking me meant something was wrong, until I saw him laughing with another woman and realized I'd been erased on purpose. I'm standing in the Safeway parking lot, my phone shaking in my hand, staring at a photo that shouldn't exist. My husband, Todd, sitting across from a blonde woman I've never seen before, laughing, touching her hand. And I can't call him, I can't text him, because 3 days ago he blocked me on everything. Let me back up. My name is Diane Harlow. I'm 52 years old. I've been married for 28 years. I raised 2 kids in a 4-bedroom colonial in Naperville, Illinois. I coordinated every birthday party, every carpool, every Thanksgiving dinner. I clipped coupons. I meal prepped. I remembered everyone's doctor appointments, everyone's favorite foods, everyone's feelings. And 3 days ago, my husband made me disappear. It started on a Tuesday morning. Todd left for work like he always does, coffee in his thermos, keys jangling, a mumbled "see you tonight." Except that night, he didn't come home. I texted him at 6, nothing. I called at 7, straight to voicemail. By 9, I was panicking. I called his office. His assistant, Brenda, sounded confused. "Oh, he left around 4:30, Mrs. Harlow, said he had dinner plans." Dinner plans. He didn't tell me about dinner plans. I tried calling again, blocked. The kind of blocked where it doesn't even ring, just silence, then a click. I checked Facebook, blocked. Instagram, blocked. I sat on the edge of our bed, staring at my phone like it had just slapped me. My husband of 28 years had erased me like a spam caller. He came home at midnight. I heard the garage door. I was still awake, sitting in the dark kitchen, my hands wrapped around a cold mug of tea. He walked in, saw me, and froze. "Where were you?" I asked. My voice was calm, too calm. "Out." "Out where?" "Deanne, I don't want to do this right now." "Do what? Tell me where you were." "Todd, you blocked me. I thought something happened to you." He exhaled, slow and deliberate, like I was the one being unreasonable. I needed space. Space? Yeah, space from this. He gestured vaguely at me, at the kitchen, at our entire life. From me. From the constant checking in, the texting, the need, he rubbed his face. I needed to breathe. I stared at him. This man I'd made breakfast for every morning. This man whose mother I took care of when she had chemo. This man who'd told me just 3 months ago that I was his best friend. "So you blocked me." I didn't want to hurt your feelings. The audacity, the sheer audacity of that sentence. He went upstairs. I sat there until the sun came up. The next day, I called my sister Morgan. Morgan's always been the golden child. She's 2 years younger, drives a Mercedes, married a surgeon. Our mother lights up when she walks into a room. Meanwhile, I'm the dependable one, the boring one, the one who turned out fine. Maybe he really does just need space," Morgan said, her voice dripping with the kind of empathy that isn't actually empathy. "Men go through things, midlife stuff. You can't take it personally." "He blocked me, Morgan." "Well, maybe you were being a little clingy." I hung up. That afternoon, I did something I'm not proud of. I checked Todd's credit card statement online. We've always had joint accounts. He never changed the passwords. Charges from the last 3 days. Steak dinner at Gibson's, $340. Flowers from 1-800-Flowers, $120. Hotel room at the Hilton downtown, $287. I felt the floor tilt. A hotel room. That night, he didn't come home at all. He texted like I was a stranger, staying at Mike's. Need a few days. Mike, his college buddy, the one who got divorced last year and now spends every weekend at sports bars hitting on women half his age. I didn't respond. Instead, I drove to Gibson's Steakhouse. I sat in my Subaru Outback, parked across the street, feeling like a crazy person. But I wasn't crazy. I was clarifying. And that's when I saw him. Todd, walking out of the restaurant, laughing. His arm around a woman, blonde, mid-40s, wearing a red dress that probably cost more than my grocery budget. He opened the car door for her, his car door, the Audi I helped him pick out 2 years ago. They drove off. I sat there, staring at the empty parking space, my breath fogging up the windshield. And then I took out my phone. I pulled up the Find My app, the one we set up years ago for emergencies, the one he apparently forgot about. I watched the little blue dot move across the screen, toward the Hilton. I didn't follow him. I didn't scream. I didn't cry. I took a screenshot, and I started planning. Let me tell you about my mother. Patricia Ann Harlow, 76 years old, lives in a condo in Schaumburg that I help pay for. She's the kind of woman who says things like, well, if you just lost the baby, wait, and Morgan always knew how to take care of herself. I called her the next morning. Mom, Todd blocked me. I think he's having an affair. Silence, then, Diane, don't be dramatic. I'm not being. Men don't just cheat for no reason. What did you do? I felt something crack inside my chest. I didn't do anything. Well, you must have done something. Morgan's husband doesn't treat her like this. Of course she brought up Morgan. Maybe you should try harder, Mom continued. Cook his favorite meals, wear something nice. You've let yourself go a little, honey. I hung up before I said something I couldn't take back. That night, Todd came home to grab more clothes. I was sitting at the kitchen table, my laptop open. We need to talk, I said. Not now, Diane. Yes, now. He sighed, setting his duffel bag down. What? I want to know who she is. There's no she. Gibson's Steakhouse, the Hilton, the flowers. His face went white, then red. You're spying on me. You blocked me and disappeared, Todd. What did you think I'd do? This is exactly why I need space. You're suffocating me. I'm suffocating you. I'm the one who held this family together while you worked 60-hour weeks. I'm the one who raised your kids while you played golf every Saturday. Our kids, Diane, Jesus. Then act like it. He grabbed his bag. I'll be back for the rest of my stuff next week. Stay out of my accounts. And he left. I didn't cry, not yet. Instead, I opened my laptop and started digging. Todd had always been careless with passwords. His email password, our wedding date, his Facebook, same thing. I logged into his email. And there it was, months of messages from someone named Vanessa. Can't wait to see you tonight. She doesn't understand you like I do. When are you finally going to leave her? I scrolled back. The messages started 8 months ago, right around the time Todd said he was working late on the Henderson account. There were dinner reservations, hotel bookings, plans to start fresh once he tied up loose ends. Loose ends, that's what I was. And then I found something that made my stomach drop. An email from Todd to his financial advisor. Moving forward with the transfer. $150K from joint savings into personal account, finalizing by end of month. I checked our savings account. The college fund, the one we'd been building for 18 years for our daughter Emma's graduate school. Gone. He'd moved it into an account I didn't have access to. I sat there, staring at the screen, my hands trembling. He wasn't just leaving me, he was robbing me. I called Emma. She's 24, living in Boston, working at a nonprofit. Mom, you okay? I told her everything. The blocking, the affair, the money. Silence, then, what the fuck? Emma. No, seriously, what the fuck? That money was mine. I know, I'm going to fix this. How? Good question. I spent the next 3 days building a case. I printed every email, every credit card statement, every text message I could find. I logged every lie. And then I called a lawyer. Her name was Sharon Weinstein, 58, sharp as a knife. She listened to everything, nodding slowly. Diane, Illinois is a no-fault divorce state, but financial misconduct, that's something we can work with. especially if he moved marital assets without your consent. What do I do? You freeze everything. Joint accounts, credit cards, everything. You file first. You control the narrative. He'll be furious. Good. I froze the accounts that afternoon. By 6 p.m., Todd was calling me. I didn't answer. He left a voicemail. Diane, what the hell did you do? You can't just freeze our accounts. Call me back. I didn't. Instead, I sent him a single text. You wanted space. You got it. My lawyer will be in touch. He showed up at the house that night, pounding on the door. Diane, open the door. I stood in the hallway, my heart pounding, and I didn't move. He pounded again. I know you're in there. You can't do this. I called the police. They arrived 10 minutes later. I watched from the window as they spoke to him. He kept gesturing wildly, pointing at the house. Finally, they sent him away. I locked every door, every window. And for the first time in 3 weeks, I slept through the night. The divorce moved fast. Sharon was relentless. She subpoenaed his financial records, his emails, his phone logs. Vanessa turned out to be a sales rep from one of Todd's client companies. 39, recently divorced. He'd promised her he was separated and just waiting for the right time. When she found out he'd lied, she sent me everything. Every text, every photo, every promise. I almost felt sorry for her. Almost. The court hearing was brutal. Todd's lawyer tried to paint me as controlling, overbearing, unable to give him space. Sharon stood up, cool and calm, and presented the evidence. The affair, the stolen college fund, the secret account. The judge was a woman in her 60s. She looked at Todd like he was something stuck to her shoe. Mr. Harlow, did you not transfer $150,000 from a joint account without your wife's knowledge or consent? Your Honor, Yes or no? Oh, yes. And were you engaged in an extramarital affair during this time? That's not. Yes or no? His lawyer whispered something. Todd exhaled. Yes. The judge awarded me the house, full reimbursement of the college fund, alimony, and 70% of his retirement account. Todd looked like he'd been hit by a truck. I felt nothing. But the story doesn't end there. Because 2 weeks after the divorce was finalized, my mother called me. Diane, I need to talk to you about something. I was at Emma's apartment in Boston, helping her move furniture. What is it, Mom? It's about Morgan. I stopped. What about Morgan? She's been having some financial trouble, and I gave her some money. Okay. From your father's life insurance, the money I was saving for you and Morgan. My father died 6 years ago. The life insurance was supposed to be split evenly, $200,000 each. I'd never seen a dime. Mom, how much did you give her? Silence. Mom, all of it. I felt the air leave my lungs. You gave Morgan all of it. She needed it, Diane. Her husband's practice was struggling and you didn't think to ask me. You were fine. You didn't need it. I hung up. Emma was staring at me. Grandma gave Aunt Morgan your inheritance. I nodded, numb. That's insane. It was. I didn't speak to my mother for 3 months, or Morgan. But here's the thing about betrayal. It clarifies everything. Todd didn't just block me because he wanted space. He blocked me because he was erasing me, preparing to discard me, like I was an outdated appliance. My mother didn't just favor Morgan. She chose her, over and over, for my entire life. And I'd spent 52 years making myself smaller, quieter, easier. No more. 6 months later, I'm sitting in a coffee shop in Boston. Emma's treating me to brunch. You look different, Mom, she says, smiling. Different how? I don't know, lighter. I am lighter. I sold the house in Naperville, bought a small condo near Emma, started taking painting classes, joined a book club. Todd, last I heard, Vanessa dumped him. He's living in a one-bedroom apartment, splitting his salary between alimony and his own bills. Morgan called me last month. She wanted to make amends. I didn't answer. My mother sent me a birthday card. Inside, she wrote, "I hope you can forgive me someday." I threw it away. Because here's what I learned. You can't force people to value you, but you can stop waiting for them to. Outro. If you're watching this and you've ever felt erased by a spouse, a parent, a sibling, I want you to know something. You're not the problem. You were never too much. You were never too needy. You were never too anything. You just loved people who didn't know how to love you back. And that's on them, not you. It took me 52 years to learn that. Don't let it take you that long. Block the people who block you. Walk away from the tables where you're not valued. Stop shrinking yourself to make others comfortable. You deserve more than crumbs. You deserve the whole damn cake. And if they don't see that, let them starve. Take care of yourself. Set the boundaries. Reclaim the space. You're not disappearing anymore. You're just getting started.